Arizona is the only state projected to spend over $1,000 cooling a house this summer, per NEADA's 2026 cooling outlook. $1,060, June through September. America is projected at $792, $268 more. Now the strange part. Arizona's power is 9.5% cheaper per kilowatt hour than the country's, 26th on price, by our own sort of EIA's 2024 table. Arizona doesn't charge you more, it makes you use more. And cooling is only number 2. Number 1 is another $700 on top. Every cost of living video quotes an index and moves on. This is not an index. This is the bill, line by line, ranked by the annual dollar bite. Most of it assumes one Phoenix house, one pool, one HOA, one car. 2 entries step outside that on purpose, and I will say so when they do. Number 7. The pool drinks $144 of water a year before a single person touches it. Per Realtor.com, 58.4% of Phoenix metro listings had a pool in 2025. Second highest metro in the country, behind Miami. Nationally, 24% of listings. Arizona's own Department of Water Resources says an uncovered pool loses 4 to 6 feet of water a year, which is roughly its whole volume, about 16,000 gallons. Refill that at Phoenix inside city summer rates, and the water alone runs about $144. Outside the city line, about $217. That figure is arithmetic on a volume the state published in a fact sheet. I would rather say so than dress it up as a measurement. The service quotes are bigger. Phoenix pool service is quoted at $80 to $150 a month, and Angie's figure runs higher still. Resurfacing gets quoted at $10,000 to $14,000 every 15 to 25 years. Every one of those quotes comes from somebody who sells pool work, so none of them are in this ranking. Sit with 6 feet a year. The sky drinks a shallow end out of your backyard every year and bills you for the refill. Ask the seller for 12 months of pool service invoices and the date it was last resurfaced. Then, buy a cover. The state says a cover reclaims 90 to 95% of that evaporation, and it is the cheapest fix in this video. Number 6. A brand new $30,000 car owes Arizona $504 in its first year. It is called the Vehicle License Tax. It sits in the state constitution, and it is charged on what your vehicle is worth. For the first 12 months of the vehicle's life, the assessed value is 60% of the manufacturer's base retail price. Every year after that, the assessed value drops 16.25%. The rate is $2.80 per hundred of assessed value on a new vehicle, and $2.89 on a renewal. Run the state's own formula on a $30,000 car. Year 1, $504. Year 2, $436. Year 3, $365. 5 years, $1,866. Nobody publishes a clean 50-state registration comparison I was willing to trust, so this entry carries no national rank. Every tax figure in it comes straight out of the statute. The fees below it come from the state's own fee pages, and I have not opened those myself. Then the small stuff, every year, on every vehicle. $8 registration. $1.50 for air quality research. $32 for the public safety fee. $17 for an emissions test in Greater Phoenix. $12.25 in Tucson. Run 60% of your car's sticker price times 2.8% before you book the moving truck. And if you are car shopping anyway, alternative fuel vehicles are assessed at 1% of base retail price. That is a completely different bill. Number 5. Arizona has one of the cheapest property taxes in America, and if the house is not your primary residence, it quietly withholds a rebate reported at up to $600. Start with how good it is. Median property tax paid in Arizona is about $1,880 a year, an effective rate of 0.48%, ranking around 46th in the country. The national median is $3,500. Residential property is assessed at 10% of value. Now the classification. An owner-occupied primary residence is legal Class 3, and Class 3 receives the state's homeowner rebate on the tax bill, reported at up to 40% or $600. A 2012 law change restricted Class 3 to an owner's primary residence. Second homes, snowbird properties, and rentals are legal Class 4. Same 10% assessment ratio. No rebate. So the cheapest property tax in America is the one with a trap door in it, and the trap door is cut to fit the person who buys an Arizona house they do not live in year-round. Two identical houses on the same street, same assessed value, same 10% ratio. One is somebody's home. One is somebody's winter. The winter one can pay up to $600 more for the same streetlights. Pull the parcel up on your county assessor's website and read the legal class before you close. Closing is the last cheap moment to find out. Number 4. $1,320 a year in HOA dues, at a monthly fee cheaper than the national one. Per Realtor.com's HOA report, more than 65% of Arizona listings in 2025 carried HOA dues. Nationally, nearly 44%. Only Nevada is higher. The median Arizona fee is $110 a month. The national median is $135. So Arizona charges $25 a month less and hands that bill to 2/3 of its market. Nationally, it goes to under half. At the Arizona median, that is $1,320 a year. The fee is not the problem. The odds are. In most of the country, you can shop your way out of an association. Here, avoiding one means refusing about 2/3 of everything for sale. There is a second bill at the closing table. Arizona caps the aggregate HOA resale disclosure fee at $400 under ARS Sections 33-1260 and 33-1806. Transfer fees are permitted only where the CC and Rs specifically identify them, and then at whatever the documents say, with no cap at all. One of those has a ceiling written by the legislature. The other has a ceiling written by a developer. Ask for the association's reserve study, any pending special assessment, and the exact transfer fee the CC and Rs authorize. And number 1 is still ahead. It is the biggest line here, and Arizona charges less for it than the country does. Number 3. Water. Outside a city provider, it is reported at about $130 a month. Call it $1,560 a year, and the hauler is extra. Rio Verde Foothills sits just outside Scottsdale. At the end of 2022, Scottsdale stopped supplying water beyond its city limits, and 500 to 700 Rio Verde Foothills households were left hauling it in. EPCOR opened a standpipe there on January 1, 2026, at an approved rate of $20 per 1,000 gallons. Residents with average use have been reported at around $130 a month, including a $75 monthly fee, with the hauler's charge still on top. Here's the honest part. Phoenix publishes a rate schedule, and I could not open a trusted average household bill anywhere. So you get the mechanism and no Phoenix dollar figure. Phoenix charges more per unit of water in summer than in winter, and the high season rate runs about 24% above the low season rate. Customers outside the city of Phoenix pay 150% of the applicable rate. Paradise Valley is the one carve-out, and about 65% of Phoenix area household water use happens outdoors. Same house, same grass. Cross a city line, and every gallon costs half again as much. Before you buy, ask one question. Who is the water provider, and do they hold a designation of assured water supply? If the answer involves a well or a truck, the water is a monthly bill. Budget it like one. Number 2. About $1,900 a year on electricity, at a price below the national average. The EIA's 2024 data is the cleanest look. The average Arizona household used 1,075 kilowatt-hours a month. The U.S. average, 863. That is 24.5% more electricity. bought at a price 9.5% below the national average. Arizona's average bill was $160 a month. Nationally, $142. 12 months of that is roughly $1,900, about $216 above the country. And NEADA's separate projection puts this June through September alone at $1,060. By our own count of the EIA's state table, Arizona is 9th on the annual bill and 26th on price. The summer headline rests on one dataset, NEADA's, and no second source confirms it. Arizona's average price rose 1.7% between May 2024 and May 2025. The country rose 6.5%. Maricopa County confirmed 608 heat-related deaths in 2024. In Phoenix, nobody treats the thermostat as optional. Ask for 12 months of actual bills for that exact address, and find out whether it is APS or SRP, because the rate architecture is different. And check the APS rate filing yourself. A 7.4% increase, effective January 2026, has been reported, and I could not confirm it in the Commission's docket myself. Number 1 is bigger than this one. Number 1. $2,623 a year for homeowners insurance per LendingTree's 2025 report, which is 6% below the national average. That is Arizona's average annual premium against a national average of $2,801, about $220 a month, and it is the biggest single line in this video. Arizona is cheaper on it. Arizona rates also rose 70% between 2019 and 2024. Per LendingTree's data, that is the 4th biggest increase in the nation, behind Colorado, Nebraska, and Utah. A second cut of the same data puts it at 71% from 2020 to 2025, against inflation of 26.4% over the same window. A gap of 44 percentage points. A premium tells you where you are standing. A trend tells you where you are walking. Geography decides how fast. Statewide, non-renewals are mild, 0.8% in 2023. Navajo County hit 4.8% in 2022. Coconino, 2.7. Gila, 2.5. Non-renewals follow big fire years on a 1 to 2 year lag, and insurance is the gate on the mortgage. If a buyer cannot find coverage for a specific property, they may be unable to buy it with a lender at all. A house nobody will insure is a house nobody can finance. Get a bindable quote on the exact address before you remove the inspection contingency. A statewide average will not close your loan. In fire country, ask whether the carrier is admitted or surplus lines, and ask about the wildfire deductible by name. Look at the shape of that list. Arizona is not an expensive state. It is a differently expensive state. Below average power prices, 24% more kilowatt hours. Below average HOA fees on 2/3 of listings. A below average insurance premium climbing 4th fastest. Set electricity, insurance, and property tax against the national average, and Arizona finishes roughly $1,600 a year ahead. The 3 biggest lines here are volume problems wearing a price tag. Budget the volume and the arithmetic comes out in Arizona's favor. Nobody here is telling you to stay away. Move with a calculator open. Watch 10 best Phoenix suburbs to live in next.